Dangerous and lethal strains of the coronavirus are spreading across the globe, overwhelming healthcare systems. Some are close to collapse.
WHO has warned that the COVID-19 virus continues to change. So far, 4 variants of concern have emerged, and there will be more as long as the virus continues to spread.
As the worst-case scenario, the British Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies fears a potential future variant could be far more deadly than existing ones. They could even evade current vaccines one day. It appears the total eradication of the virus will be unlikely. But how can we live with its constant mutation?
No, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing New York. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing anywhere. I see what they're doing in New York. I'm never playing New York City again.
I'm never playing New York City again. Never, ever.
I'm never playing New York City again.
Never, ever, ever. I will never step foot in New York City ever again. I'm now a Florida resident. That's all it means. I am still coming to, I'm gonna tour, I'm gonna do all that stuff, but there's still a lot of states I just can't trust right now. And if there's gonna be venues, by the way, that force you to, I'm not gonna allow that to my audience. You should have the choice to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And, you know, if that's something you don't agree with, that's you. And I have my feeling, you have your feeling. So as we move along, if they make you get just to be entertained, I am not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I see what they're doing in New York. I'm never playing New York City again. Never, ever, ever. I will never step foot in New York City ever again for what de Blasio which by the way, his name is not de Blasio. His real name is Osteichen Tusti. It's not far off from that. It's a fake last name. Yeah.
Did you see his face right there? He's like...
That song called Brainwashed. All right? Royersford, Pennsylvania. You were there. It came out. People went ballistic. You don't have to tell me. Way ahead of the game, bro. I'm not a rap guy either, but I really enjoy that song. That song just nails it. Nails it. Nails it. And for the people that don't get it yet, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone has different learning abilities. Some people are slower. Some people can't get off the program. Some people can't get out of the, it says here and they told me in my radio. It's okay. In time, man. Everyone learns differently.
So there are just a couple things that I wanted to dispute there. There were a couple untruths. So with de Blasio, the mayor of New York City, his original last name was Wilhelm, but his mom's maiden name was de Blasio. So it's not like he made up a name. That was his mom's maiden name. That was his mom's last name before she got married. And he changed it in like 83. So it's not like he just made up this Italian name to try to appeal to Italians. Then, okay, so then the other thing is he plays it off like to the neck, like when you get the vaccine, like they stick you in the neck with a needle. I know he's doing some of that for comedic effect, but that's absolutely not the case if you're thinking that. And the other thing he doesn't, so he says, okay, so I do not want to mandate the fact that New York City they want to make you be vaccinated for going out and enjoying comedy. So once the vaccine was readily available, I honestly stopped caring about. It's like, okay, go ahead, knock yourself out. Just don't wear a mask. Do whatever you... Oh, absolutely. Go ahead, because I knew that they were going to catch COVID-19. And if you're going to be an idiot and not get vaccinated and not wear a mask, because then at that point, it is really about personal responsibility. And I knew there was going to be a spike. I knew that was going to happen because I knew people that were not vaccinated were just going to take off their masks and, oh, yeah, I'm vaccinated. But here's the problem. The longer the virus percolates, like the Delta variant, there can be another mutation that is more deadly. Because the longer it's out there and until it's squashed, which now they're saying it may not ever be fully squashed, it can mutate and it can become more deadly. Usually a mutation will not be more deadly. It's accidents happen. As you know, the virus is reproducing itself. It doesn't always do it perfectly, and there can be a change. There can be a mutation. Every once in a while, maybe after a billion times or so, it can become more deadly. So that's what happened with the Delta variant. Maybe not necessarily more deadly, but more contagious. So that's what they don't. So the longer it's out there, the more problem it's going to be. And so he's being very misleading. Now, Jim Breuer is he's one of my favorite comedians ever. He did an imitation of a cat earlier in that video. Hilarious. I've always been a fan of his. His comedy's great, but I also thought it was funny that he was saying, "Oh, you know, people learn at different rates. Like we're the idiots. The people that think that you should be vaccinated are the idiots." Hey, if it was only you that's gonna die, and you're the one that's brainwashed, and the other brainwashed or people that just can't quite understand it, if it was only you, then I would be completely fine with it. But the longer this virus is out there and in enabling to sort of percolate, the more opportunity it has to mutate and become more deadly and possibly kill people that have been vaccinated, or make them extremely sick, or create breathing issues or heart issues. That's the problem right there. That's what they don't understand. You know, I had this coworker, same deal, and she would, okay, let me see her sources, and she would pull up these like obscure sites. You see that? Michelle Obama used to be a man. And all you have to do is Google Michelle Obama young, and you see, oh, that's a picture of Michelle Obama when she was, no, her name was Michael Obama. So the reality is, Jim Breuer, really funny guy. He understands what's funny. He has that confidence from, you know, growing up in New York and communicating with people. They're all good at communicating. But that part of his brain just doesn't work that well. He's a funny guy. He's one of my favorite comedians. That's how I came across this video, as I follow him. But horrible, absolutely horrible.